Hello everybody, and welcome to another Tuesday night stream. Good to have you all here. You'll notice I'm hanging out in the middle of the screen because the scoreboards will eventually appear on either side of me. I was trying to figure out where I should go, and I still don't think I've quite figured out a good spot, but we'll go with this. If you want this remix on Spotify, you'll have to talk to my agent. It's my song. It's an exclusive. Now, joking aside, welcome to the stream, guys. It's good to have you. We got a pretty small crowd tonight, but that's usual for a Tuesday. We got, school and stuff going on, and so I just want to thank y'all for taking the time to hang out with me this evening. We're gonna jump right in, and if you have any questions for me, now is the time to let me know. But otherwise, I'm just gonna jump on up and get started. Now remember, this is the second qualifier round tonight, so it's going to be another 35-turn game, and it's going to be everybody who either did not rank last time or just wasn't involved. So Yoshi and Donkey Kong were both 3rd and 4th last time, and we did not give Mario or Wario a chance. So only the first two, only the top two. I meant to say top two. Only the top two rankers from this game will actually have a chance. We can only play on a 1-star map. Last time we gave them all a shot at Mario's Rainbow Castle. This time it'll be DK's Jungle Adventure. Yeah, that's fine. It'll be 35 turns like last time. And as you guys know, the bonus stars are not something I have the ability to control. Well, see you later, Ink. Thanks for joining in. I hope there won't be 2 DKs. That could be a little confusing. Now, just so you guys remember, I am not actually playing this game. We are letting the AI duke it out, and this is the final round of qualifiers. After this, we're going to play some real matches. And the real matches are where you guys get to make predictions about who ranks what and potentially score points and maybe even win a prize. So, as much as you can, observe what these folks are up to, and we'll see what kind of luck we get. Now remember, the one thing I do have some control over is Yoshi's roll of the dice block, so we'll see what that means. This is something I have no ability to not control. Okay, so Yoshi will be ranked 3rd. That is my input in the game. So DK struggled pretty hard last time. He ended up going from distant 1st to distant last. But maybe he'll bring about some redemption this time around. I mean, he can't do much worse than he already had. Now the star space moves around on this board, unlike in the last board where it was always still. So that's another thing that changes the potential options. So I'm going to start off by changing the control settings so I'm no longer in charge. And Yoshi, like everyone else, must be easy. And now the game will just play itself, and I get to be your friendly narrator. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, by the way, and you haven't already, please like and subscribe. There, I said it. I'm not going to say it more than once. Get off my case, YouTube algorithm. With that fun stuff all out of the way, we can jump straight into the first one-player minigame of the match, which Mario has decided to just jump straight into the deep end on. Now, I'm going to be monitoring the chat room from my phone, because I figure that's an easier way to do this. But other than that, I'm just going to kind of stay front and center tonight. If you guys find me to get in the way, let me know and I'll move over. But this is kind of where I figure I'll hang out. Keep in mind, we're playing on original hardware too, so... Alright, so Mario starts off by failing catastrophically at what could have been a potentially lucrative opportunity. This puts him in dead last because he loses 5 coins. And with that in mind, it's Yoshi's turn to roll. Yoshi rolls a 3, nothing special, gains 3 coins, and the turn ends. Remember, all items are disabled for this Mario Party. Wario, on the other hand, decides to pay up, it looks like. He's willing to fork over the 10 coins to head straight, which makes me think that the star path must be the fastest that direction. And that puts us in a 1 versus 3 minigame, the first of the match. Now, keep in mind, a 1 versus 3 minigame in Mario Party, the original, is actually radically different from all the other ones. In this case, you can actually get penalized for losing, or sometimes it's really just a coin minigame where only one player has an advantage. Case in point, DK gets a giant hammer in a minigame that everybody has a chance to score coins. It just depends on who's the most effective about it. DK so far has gotten most of the prizes. Yoshi has collected 1 coin, and he decides that rather than taking the hammer, he just wants to punch everybody else away from getting it. This is not earning him much money, but it's certainly a strategy. Meanwhile, Mario and DK are doing their best to clean up, and that concludes the minigame. The verdict is that everybody gets a little bit of something, but Yoshi and Wario come in by far the worst, landing Yoshi in 3rd place and putting Wario pretty much where he was, which is in failure mode. DK is also interested in paying to go this direction, which means that it looks like every AI will do the same thing. Presumably. He can't pay to pass twice, so he will be going to the left. Keep in mind, all the AI characters are set at normal, which means they might have some common sense, but probably not a whole lot. Yoshi will also pay to go forward. As a result, this Thwomp, has really cleaned up. And that leads us into the final roll of the second turn of the game. Wario rolls a solid 10, which forces him to go up, and in the process, he summons a boulder. This has the side effect of making them completely pass the star and go all the way back towards the beginning of the map. Not necessarily a great position to be in as we bring ourselves up to our second minigame, Balloon Burst. Mario's definitely had better days. And fresh out of the gate, we've got 4 characters all pummeling hard at these balloons. We got a strong start beginning with Yoshi, but an even stronger start with Mario. The real question is between Mario and DK, who will come out on top. But keep in mind, folks, that just because you start strong doesn't necessarily mean you finish that way. We got DK with a strong lead, with Bowser Balloon bumbling on the very edge of oblivion. Here we are in 3, 2, 1! Well, that was anticlimactic. Finish. And Mario takes the W anyway by sheer nature of being cooler than Donkey Kong. As your narrator, let me remind you that I am under no circumstantial obligation to have any level of objectivity. I just can't control who wins. Doesn't mean I can't complain about it. Mario will lose some change to satiate DK's pained ego. He doesn't have 20 coins, so he can't go that direction anyway. Well, now he does, but that's a whole other story. Mario, meanwhile, passes go and collects 10 coins in the process, only to lose 3 coins in 3, 2, 1. Called it. Yoshi has no choice but to turn left, and turn left he will. Wario finishes up by rolling a 5 and making everyone wonder what the point of that was supposed to be. And now a round of Pipe Maze, where only one player actually gets to play. The concept of Pipe Maze is very simple. You have to guess where the treasure chest is going to land based on your location. But only one character gets to do it, so really you just kind of have to hope that they stink at puzzles. Start. Treasure chest is dropped immediately. It's making its way back and forth and back and forth. The real question is, will the path calculated end up at the destination intended by the AI? And the result is that Mario collects the change. Mario starts off strong with a fair number of coins and from minigames right out of the gate. This is not a guaranteed victory, but it's definitely not a bad place to be. DK rolls a 2, which makes his turn not particularly exciting. Mario rolls a 7 and has no choice but to go straight, which means he's going to lose 10 coins in the process. The biggest challenge of DK's jungle adventure in Mario Party is that you have to pay a lot of money to pick out the paths you want, and then you're not guaranteed to actually keep them. Yoshi stops just short of missing the question mark space himself. Wario will collect 10 coins, and then 3 more. And that brings us to yet another minigame. Bumper balls! If you say so, Nora. The question is, who comes out on top in a minigame like this? Well, definitely not Yoshi. Mario's not looking so hot either. And Wario looks like he almost killed himself. We got the two heavyweights going at it on the middle of the island, folks. Who will reign victorious? Nobody, because we're gonna watch them do this for 40 seconds. Wario is on the very thin edge of doomed. DK takes the W. This puts the ape in from 3rd to 1st, moving everyone else except Yoshi down a rank. DK decides to pay the 3 coins to go that way, because that's actually the direction of the star. This puts him in a good position to grab the first star. And unlike Mario's castle, there are not as many chance time spaces in this game. Yoshi has his first opportunity to take some money. He chooses Mario because Mario's in first place. Based on the range of difference in their coins, this may be enough to put Yoshi at the 20 he needs. Now DK is in first by Yoshi's own action. He intelligently decides not to walk straight into Bowser's trap because, well, why would you? Wario rolls a 2 and ends the turn with the usual level of excitement we've known him for. And now it's time for Bowl Over. Bowl Over is one of those mini games that tends to unfairly favor the 1 over the 3. You're probably right, Nora. Ooh, that seems like the level of spite they would aspire to. Looks like a solid hit! Finish! DK takes 5 coins from both Mario and Yoshi, as well as collecting a few spares on his own. Wario gets out unscathed, moving him up to 2nd place. And Donkey Kong almost collects the first star, except he can't roll worth beans. This gives Mario a chance to play at stealing some of his coins. It won't be enough, of course, to stop him from actually buying the star by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, no!
See what I mean? Mario also realizes that walking directly into Bowser's face is historically not a good way to make friends. And he realizes he can't purchase the star, so he decides to skip it. Nora, that's a terrible interpretation. In Mario's 2nd one-player minigame, can he bring about redemption by actually making the right call as associated with punching ghosts in the face? Star. Place your bets now. Nope. Once again, he loses. Continuing his grand tradition of choking whenever he's on his own. The side effect of doing this is that he's 1 coin away from being in last. And now Yoshi rolls. A solid 6. Just enough to land him on a red space. Wario decides to shell out the coins to go in the direction of what might be the star. He won't do it twice, however. In the process, he lands on Bowser because apparently he has the common sense of a horsefly. The side effect of doing this is to bring about Bowser's Tug of War, a minigame in which he must succeed or lose 20 coins. This could potentially decimate Wario's entire coin cache, but it could also easily do the same to his 3 opponents. This is one of those minigames that got Nintendo into a lawsuit. And evidently, he's got quite the advantage over his opponents. Wario makes it look easy.
Finish!
For everyone else, on the other hand, not so much. That's a 20 coin loss for everyone that is not Wario. Not a good position to be in. But it sure levels the playing field. And now the first 2 versus 2 minigame. Welcome to the stream, Jello. And to answer your question, Nora, the reason that game inspired a lawsuit was because in order to win, you have to rotate your hand. You have to rotate the joystick very rapidly on the Nintendo 64 controller. Doing this is most easily achieved with a palm, but because it's made of rough plastic, it tends to tear up your palm. A lot of people suffered mild hand injuries as a result. And they're out of the gates, but it's not going to be a particularly close race if this particular trajectory retains its path. Wario and Yoshi's trying to pull ahead, but Mario and DK denying them on every turn, staying just in front of them. Speed boost may make all the difference. This puts them both in an interesting position. If either of them falls off, the minigame is over. Or if they both fall off, I should say. Wario and Yoshi finally pulling ahead, but not by very much. Definitely gives them enough opportunities to fall off of things. Wario and DK duking it out. Mario right behind. Speed boost right around a tough corner, and it gives the Mario and Donkey Kong team plenty of room to get ahead. The side effect being an easy 10 coin gain versus a 10 coin loss. Amusingly, since Yoshi's already lost all his coins, his penalty will not apply. But it does put Mario in second and Wario in third. Through sheer luck, DK still has enough to purchase a star, and therefore takes the first star of the game. The next star is as follows. Mere spaces behind the original. A chance time space will be generated, and the game proceeds as before. Mario rolls a 1 because why be exciting when you can be boring? And Yoshi rolls a 7. Wario has an opportunity to steal coins, which he will most likely choose to do from DK. Called it. The side effect of this is not likely to be strong. Because of his lack of coins, he will be going straight, but if he wins this next minigame, he could easily take a star home. It's a 4-player swimming free-for-all. Every treasure chest you grab is coins added to your total. Play your cards properly and you could bring home a chunk of change. Play it like an AI character and you'll be lucky to bring home a coin at all. Case in point. In case it's not obvious, this game is painful to watch when there are no humans involved. And that's part of why. This is obviously a very difficult concept for any of these characters to fully get. Miraculously, Yoshi pulled out more coins than anybody, which puts him in third. No worries, Jello. It's understandable if you got places to be. Mario now has an opportunity to steal, and most likely will follow the same pattern as everyone else. This may be enough to move him back into third place. Or even second. Actually, the majority of Mario Party's sound clips from Mario do not overlap with Super Mario 64. Much of the voice acting was completely redone, and this is one of the few games in which Luigi is not voiced by Charles Martinet. Yoshi now has the opportunity to sabotage one of his opponents, but he may sabotage himself in the process. Yoshi starts off by hosing over Donkey Kong for 10 coins. Doesn't do a whole lot to Yoshi, but it might paint a target on his back. Yoshi retains his position in fourth place. Wario will lose a turn, which is unfortunate because he's right in front of the star. The side effect of this minigame is that Yoshi now has an opportunity to take home a chunk of change. In yet another round of Pipe Maze. The side effect of Yoshi's maneuver is to give Donkey Kong 10 coins because Yoshi's about as bad at this minigame as I am. Pipe Maze, there's a reason Pipe Maze never made any reappearances in other Mario parties. Donkey Kong claims another 10 coins from passing start, and then proceeds to spend it immediately. Mario, in second place by everything but a star, rolls for 3 coins and moves right along. Yoshi follows by snagging himself a 10-coin bonus. And moving into second place by landing on a blue space. Wario will skip his turn entirely, and another 4-player minigame commences. And now, an infamous stress test. Shy Guy says. This minigame is painful. Note that the music begins to get faster and faster. Yoshi's the first one out, because of course he would be. And Donkey Kong wins. Quick time events are your specialty? There's a sentence I don't expect to read anytime soon. This puts DK in decent place. The game is still young, but the Kong is working on it. He proceeds to go in the direction where the star that Wario is currently trying to pursue is, with any luck, he may claim it without even having to break a sweat. He has an opportunity to steal coins, and targets Mario, probably by the nature of the fact that Yoshi can't catch a break. This puts Mario in a fairly distant last place, considering. He intelligently decides to opt for where the star is. Thanks to Wario's failed roll, DK claims his second star in a turn. DK is strong out of the gate, and with fewer chance time spaces to maneuver, you have no idea what else could be involved. The next star, however, will be much more challenging to reach. Donkey Kong, being in no hurry, decides to take a left. Mario claims his 10 coin bonus, which puts him in second, and then hangs left, because that's where the star is now. Yoshi, unfortunately, will have to pay 10 coins to go the same direction. And, as a side effect, will also land on a red space, putting him back in last again. If Yoshi does not win this next minigame, the whole point of going that path will be utterly lost. If it's Pipe Maze, he's definitely not winning. And now another round of bowl over, only this time it's Yoshi holding the shell. I'll resist my tendency to make puns right about now, because, trust me, several went through my head. And the shell is off! If Yoshi plays his cards properly, he may score some big coins. Not a bad shot for Yoshi at all. That may be enough to get him the star he needs. I had heard that. It's kind of an interesting trait. This bumps Wario to last and puts, well, you know. At this point, I'm just reading signs you guys can see. Mario rolls a decent number, but it's not actually high enough to reach the star. If Yoshi rolls higher, he may be able to take it himself. Or he could just do whatever that was supposed to be. Mario will most likely claim the next star, putting Yoshi in another position of having to wait even longer to try to stage a comeback. But first, a 4-player minigame where everybody stands to win, if they can cooperate. In other words, nobody's gonna win. Featuring the same music that, you know, Pipe Maze uses. Way to go, boys.
Miss.
I did mention that everybody was gonna fail, right? Called it. The side effect, of course, is that everybody loses a little bit of money. Wario will stop just short of the star space, and Mario will claim the third star of the match. Largely because Yoshi can't roll worth beans. Puts Mario in a decent position. Not a distant second, but closer to first by far. This puts the star after where Bowser is currently standing, which means that to get it, you'll need to have a fair chunk of change. Not the most advantageous position to be in regardless. That is incredibly rude, Nora, but I can't argue with you either. Everybody takes the path of least resistance. Why wouldn't they at this point? And now another 4-player minigame. This time, Mushroom Mix-Up. Fun effect, this minigame was replicated in Mario Party 2, except that the stakes were made slightly higher by putting hot lava below the playing field instead of water. That was really weird to watch. Mario barely holds it together for that round. Back to green. This time Mario is knocked out of the park. Which, you know, with a reaction time like that, can you blame him? Yoshi barely squeezes him. Wow, that was painful looking. And everybody fails miserably. No score is taken, largely because these characters have the common sense of a cashew. And now Donkey Kong has an opportunity to steal yet more coins. Being Donkey Kong, he picks Mario. The side effect of this is that Mario loses almost every coin he has, which puts DK in a pretty decent financial position. Mario, for his part, is about to gain at least 10 coins. Yoshi follows up immediately, landing on the same space, no less. And then Wario does whatever Wario's doing, which most of the time is confusing me. This puts us in position for yet another 4-player, this time Tipsy Tourney, a minigame in which Donkey Kong repeatedly excelled the last time we played. The question is, can he keep up that same winning skill, or will someone else prove even better? So far, it seems he and Yoshi have very similar strategies in mind. Mario, on the other hand, has more boards uncovered than anybody, but seems to be unable to actually catch them. It's fairly evenly tied, but DK still takes the W. Nora, I can't respond to that. Donkey Kong proves himself the undisputed master of Tipsy Tourney. And then goes straight into Bowser. Because, you know, why wouldn't he? What did you think a banana slammer was, Nora? I'm sorry, that was terrible. I should know better than to say stuff like that. Well, now's an opportunity for DK to lose a lot of money. So, good luck to Donkey Kong. He's gonna need it. He's lost 10 coins so far. $15 coins. $20 coins. A brutal turn for... Brutal turn. Well, that's 20 coins out of DK's pocket. There's certainly worse ways to go, but I can't imagine any. Mario, on the other hand, doesn't bother to pay a thwomp. Yoshi will. Continuing his grand tradition of paying lots of money to bypass stage hazards that weren't there moments ago. He'll even pay twice. Which puts him from 40 coins to, yeah, tied with Wario. Which, let's be honest, is a terrible thing to have written on your obituary. This time, Wario just gets robbed point blank. Well, Yoshi's no longer in third, and tied, now he's just in third. And Wario is in last. But this may change in a moment. It's time for another 2 versus 2 minigame. This time, a round of deep sea divers. The other minigame where you have to do a lot of swimming underwater and should anticipate people running into things a lot. In this minigame, you can drown. I always thought that was rather grim as a child. That I could drown my character. Well, if Mario plays his cards right, Yoshi will be able to bring in a big treasure chest, but that's probably not going to happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Yoshi just barely pulls out the W. This is another one of those minigames where you have to rotate the control stick a lot to reel your buddy in, so it can be a little bit chaotic. Well, it's true, in this minigame you can drown. In fact, it happens pretty quickly. It would help if Wario and Yoshi didn't keep going for the exact same treasure chests. That'd probably make their lives a lot easier. Just a point. But, you know, that's just me thinking out loud. Wario will now hang out right by Yoshi because he's obnoxious. And that is the last treasure chest of the match. Everybody cleaned up nicely for that minigame. And now DK has an opportunity to ruin everyone's day. Or roll a 3, whichever comes first. Mario will land exactly where Yoshi's standing. Yoshi, because he respects social distancing, will roll a 3. I never said he respected it much. He should, but I guess he was more interested in a slow roll. And we move straight into the next minigame after a very uneventful turn. And now it's time for a match of Box Mountain Mayhem, the part of the show where everybody comes out and starts crashing into things as fast as they possibly can. If you encounter a large stack of boxes, do not take this as the correct way in which to handle them. Punching cargo is not likely to actually earn you much money. If anything, you may face imprisonment, or at least fines from federal law.
Finish!
Everybody collected a little bit of something, but who got what, we're not sure exactly as of yet. Looks like Wario came in first for that minigame. With every character now a little wealthier than they were, some star theft is a definitive possibility. Mario rolls a nice solid 10, giving him an opportunity to steal some coins, most likely from Donkey Kong. Gotta love the predictive analysis. This does not give Mario enough to steal a star, nor does it prevent DK from being able to steal one himself. He will take the road less traveled, by which I mean get hosed. That'll be 30 coins, because Bowser is a jerk. The ironic side effect is that this will leave him with just, 10 coins. It used to be worse than that. Maybe I'm thinking of a different stage hazard. Well, anybody going this way would have naturally hit something. As it is, Mario's going to get chased past the star space. There will be no star for the second match. Yoshi now has an opportunity to decide if he will try to steal a star or gain one organically. Yoshi decides that theft is the only option. And DK is forced to give up his star to the green dinosaur. This means Yoshi will not be able to purchase the legitimate star, and will instead land on chance time, giving him an opportunity to really mess things up. This will be the second chance time event of Yoshi's career in this match. First character involved is Donkey Kong, who he apparently still has a vendetta against. And then Wario. DK will have to give up 30 coins to Wario, which is an interesting way to scramble the tournament. It puts Wario in the wealthiest position and prevents DK from stealing any coins. And that's how Yoshi gets, well, still third place. But evens up the playing field quite a bit more between all the other characters. Yoshi seems to be more interested in serving as an equalizer than in actually winning of his own accord. It's time for yet another round of Balloon Burst. With Mario coming out strong in the first round, can DK score redemption? For that matter, can anyone else? Keep a close eye on those balloons, folks. They're fresh out of the gate, and you never know which one's gonna blow first. Near the end, it's always a little difficult to tell who's got what, but when you see those eyes begin to stretch, you know things are about to get real tense. We're close. We're very close. But how and who is anyone's guess. It's Wario! I was about to say, what are you saying about me, Nora? Wario now has 85 coins, putting him in a position of serious financial threat to just about anyone who gets in his way. DK will proceed to go, well, forward, presumably in an effort to get to the star. And Mario will summon Bowser because at this point, why wouldn't he? The side effect of doing this is, well, that he loses 30 coins and nothing else happens. As far as finishes for turns go, you could do a lot better. Yoshi does not have the money to pass, and so proceeds on the longer path. Mario rolls a 7, and once again we enter a 1 versus 3 minigame. Yet another round of Pipe Maze, also known as, well, that was boring. Pipe Maze is one of those minigames that doesn't get any more exciting, no matter how many times you play it. Which is why the fact that it's one of the core 1 versus 3 minigames in this series, or in this particular entry of the series, is even more aggravating. Mario picks the third pole position. This means that the treasure chest is most likely to end up in the third pole position. Lucky Yoshi takes home the coins.
Finish.
Perhaps his fortune is beginning to change. This puts Yoshi in second place. And with the gaps now much narrower between first and third, it's anybody's game. DK no longer has the money to steal a star, but he can steal coins. Interestingly, he targets Yoshi instead of Wario, who actually has the most money, thereby showing that strategy is not so much on his case as revenge. Yoshi loses every coin he possesses in the process, putting him back in third. And DK proceeds to try and shoot for the next legitimate star. DK will waste the money that Yoshi just was forced to give up to him on this stupid-looking statue thing. Which never looked good, but looks even worse on an HD TV. Such a strategy may come back to bite him if he loses the 1 versus 3 minigame. Mario lucks out and collects 20 coins, putting him in first place, a perfect tie, and then first place and ahead. Yoshi continues his long-standing tradition of running into things. Pushing Donkey Kong away from the star, because as usual, Yoshi is more interested in equalizing than actually winning. The amusing side effect is that he, of course, sabotaged the character who robbed him blind, thereby continuing to reassert the theory that Yoshi is actually a lot more spiteful than we think he might be. This puts us in another 1 vs. 3 minigame against Mario, who will now have his own chance to throw a shell at everybody else. I gotta resist a shell pun every time we play this. It's torture. It's torture, I tell ya.
Start.
Good luck, Mario. He gets DK and 2 standard pins. Not the most coins he could collect, but a number. All the same. That is a very strange thing. I did not know that existed, and now that I do, I kind of wish I didn't. Mario decides to pay the 10 coins to go forward. Ideally, he's thinking of getting that first star, or that next star. Why do I say first? He's even willing to pay another 10 coins to take the shorter path. This puts him in second place, right behind DK. If Yoshi could collect any coins, he might actually have a chance. It's not what I meant, but it works. Wario rolls a solid 9. This will definitely give him an opportunity to steal a star, but from who? Well, he decides he'd rather steal coins instead. Wario is more interested in the wealth than in the shining jewel. He only gains 7 coins from doing this, but he has the option to proceed towards the star, and he loses 3 coins in the process. Yeah, that's kind of a terrifying prospect. Like, why would you give the ice cream company the right to name your kid? You know what though? If they offer me that thing, I think what I would do is simply ask them what they define. What they define as a firstborn, because I can give them several Yoshi plushes they could rename. This minigame is a really weird one, because you're never entirely sure if the characters will actually win. I don't think you need to apologize, Nora. It's not like you decided.
Man.
Well, that's how not to win. Wario will lose 15 coins for his clumsiness. And everybody else will be 5 coins the richer. Still an interesting decision on Wario's part not to steal a star. But presumably he's more interested in keeping his cash. Which, considering that it puts him in a good position for bonus stars, does make sense. Perhaps Wario's more strategic than we think. Now watch, now that I've said that, he's gonna go and, like, fall off of something. Mario has a chance to steal some coins. Presumably he's gonna target, well, DK. Or he may pick Wario. Evidently no one else likes Wario having more money than them either. Wario's impressive coin cache looks a lot less impressive now. And Mario's interested in that star too. Whether or not he'll actually be able to take it, we'll have to wait until the next turn probably to find out. Oh, 10 coins.
Oh.
Followed by the loss of 3 more. Why does this pattern seem familiar? Yoshi has an opportunity to take some coins from anybody, since at this moment, he has almost none. He also focuses on Wario, evidently interested in keeping Wario's coin count low. It does the trick. Yoshi gets 25 coins. A fairly significant haul for a character who moments ago had less than 10. And Wario manages to fail ever more spectacularly by losing 10 coins and then losing 3 more. Remember how I told you guys that the moment I suggested he might have a strategy, everything with him would just go completely to crap? I think you guys should give me credit for my prescience. And thus a 2 versus 2 minigame was born. A round of bombsketball, because what better way to party with your pals than to throw high explosives around? YouTube, I know I'm not monetized, but don't throw me off the platform. That was a joke. That being said, don't try this at home, please. Well, I'm genuinely not sure what's supposed to be happening here. But Mario and Wario take away 10 coins. He's probably not, but he's probably even less excited about being blown up as the final play of the game. With everybody's wealth far more evenly distributed, it's once again anyone's game. But it looks like Mario is probably going to take that next star. Or not. Maybe Wario will take it by nature of Mario rolling a 1 and pulling what I call a Yoshi roll. Yoshi collects 10 coins, then 3 more, which puts him in second place behind, well, again, Mario. And Wario finally claims his first star of the game. Took you long enough. Alright then. And now the star is going to be located, well, back over here. In theory, an easy location to reach, but far enough away that plenty of stuff can go wrong in the process. 1 star with everybody as we move into the next minigame. It's anybody's turn, and it's time for a round of Skateboard Scamper. Another instance of do not try this at home. Mash B, and then occasionally push A, and hope for the best. Oof, rough. Mario's out. Yoshi is evidently trying to get out. My money is on DK to win, but we'll see.
Go!
Looks like I was right. That'll be 15 coins for DK and 5 for everyone who's not Mario. This bumps Yoshi into third and DK into second, putting him in an opportunity to lose a turn. He could have rolled again, but not so much. Mario rolls a 6, having lost all of his hopes and dreams on the last star, but not first place. And Yoshi rolls a solid 10, giving him the opportunity to pay 10 coins to bypass yet another stage hazard. If there was a bonus star for paying money for stage hazards, Yoshi probably would have secured it several turns ago. The unfortunate side effect of this is landing on a Bowser space. It's time for another Bowser minigame. Anyone who does not get at least 90 points loses 30 coins. This has an opportunity to re-equalize the game once more. You know, behind those adorable eyes, Yoshi seems to hide a pretty impressive capacity for mischief. Quite question is, will it actually hose over anyone that's not him? We've got some very wildly different approaches to this. Evidently everyone's a little off, but not significantly so. Yoshi seems to be unsure what to do with himself.
Finish.
And the result is 2 wins, 2 losses. Mario and Wario both lose 30 coins. Interestingly, Wario and Mario have both gone out of their way to make Yoshi's life more difficult. This puts Yoshi in 2nd place. Once again, not landing him first, but putting him in a position to bowl over his opponents. It is something you can do on the Mario 64 title screen, Luke, but obviously this is more fleshed out. And in a way, it's more fleshed out as a minigame, but you can't actually rotate the faces like you can in Mario 64. Yoshi stands to bring home a decent chunk of change, but he may not hit anybody. Well, he took down Mario, giving him about 7 coins for that match. Nothing significant, but once again focusing on just one opponent. Yoshi finishes up the turn in 2nd place. DK has a turn lost as a result. I'll have you know that the Super Mario World mechanic that has become so infamous over time is later disputed in Super Mario Galaxy 2, Nora. Galaxy 2 explains quite a bit. Just a point of order. But first, another round of Buried Treasure, which is probably the most rigged minigame in the bunch. Because the treasure chest is always very close to one player. Also, the characters always pick, like, a random path that makes no sense. Including Yoshi, who's now going backwards. There's a sign there that would tell them which direction it was. Well, it says to go down. That's not going to stop any of them from going up. Maybe one of them will get it through their heads, but probably not, since apparently they're all digging as one entity. Which makes sense, they're all the AI. Maybe Wario will figure out where the treasure is. And what do you know?
Finish.
Wario wins! Mostly by finding a way to suck even less than everyone else already was. This puts him in 2nd place. Or 3rd place, I'm sorry. And Mario in distant last. Which, honestly, with a performance like that, Mario, you kinda deserved it. DK has an opportunity to steal money and picks his 2nd player opponent to do it. This may paint a target on his back by sheer nature of Yoshi being spiteful. DK is not interested in being hit over the head by Bowser. But Yoshi has some ground to make up if he wants to really collect coins. Mario's now in 2nd. Just goes to show you how quickly your role can change. But now Yoshi has an opportunity to exact revenge. Who will he pick? Well, of course, who else? It puts Yoshi back in 2nd. Nothing significant, but he at least gains most of his coins back. He also has an opportunity to roll again, but he blows it, instead losing a turn. Wario is willing to pay 10 coins to move straight. But only that much. You're right, Higgins. There's a lot more There's a lot less subtlety in this match. A lot more rage, by far. This is a minigame where you can make a lot of coins if you play your game well. Mario, I would do yourself a favor and go somewhere that's not where Yoshi is standing.
Finish.
And that's how you do that. Everybody got something, but who got the biggest prize? Yoshi and Wario at 7 coins a pop, which bumps Yoshi back into second place. DK has to go left if he wants to win this star. Since he has the most money again, it makes sense for him to go that direction. Mario, on the other side of the board, honestly shouldn't be worried too much about paying for anything, but he'll still pay to bypass the stage hazard. Yoshi loses a turn. And Wario rolls a 5. He's willing to go the long way. Ironically, this will set off a boulder, which may or may not prevent both him and DK from getting the star. Nope, in this case it only bothers him. And that's how Wario gets rolled back to start. And now another minigame. Running of the bulb, another 4-player that requires everybody to collaborate, so brace yourselves for the inevitable failure. In this minigame, all you have to do is get the bulb to the end of the maze and punch Boo to prevent Boo from, well, eating your light bulb and potentially you in the process. Unfortunately, based on the fact that they're all initially crowding the camera, I don't feel too confident in their ability to hold together. It would probably help DK if he would stop hanging out way back in the back of nowhere. With all these boos, well, friends like these, who needs enemies? To Wario's credit, he's doing a pretty decent job holding the bulb steady. Yoshi should probably focus on getting further ahead and less on getting punched. And somehow they pull out the W. Boo is eliminated, and the boys take home the W. That'll be 10 coins for everybody involved. Nobody's ranking will change, but miraculously they did pull it out. As we head into the final 10 turns, it's still anybody's game. Yoshi continues to roll like, well, I would if I were playing as Yoshi. And another turn passes by without much event. Hop-ba-bomb. A minigame in where you do not want to be the one holding the explosives. All you have to do is pass it away. But, well, that's easy in concept. This minigame would eventually get recycled for Mario Party 2.
Finish.
Yoshi loses. That'll be minus 15 coins for him and plus 5 for everybody else. The side effect of doing this is dumping him all the way in last place. Higgins was terrible. And now DK claims the second star of the match. The next star, well, That's anybody's game. DK also finishes up the turn by talking to Boo and getting an opportunity probably to steal from Wario. Called it. A not insignificant amount of coins are gained by doing that, and his turn ends. Mario, who's going the wrong direction for the star, has to decide how to console himself. Robbing Donkey Kong blind is probably a good start. The action puts Mario in a pretty wealthy position. Do I know Future Sight? No, actually I do not. Yoshi decides to take the path less traveled, losing 3 coins in the process and triggering at least a 1 vs 3 minigame. Or a 2 vs 2 minigame, thanks to Wario. But no, I don't know Future Sight. I know Relic Song, but mine's always very long. Handcar Havoc. This minigame is,
Ready? Go!
much more difficult than it has any right to be in the first Mario Party. There's not much I can do to commentate on this one except to say that if both of these teams are lucky, they won't fall straight into hot lava. But obviously that's already not worked out, so, you know. The music, honestly, is way too cheerful for something happening inside a volcano. Wario and Yoshi look like they're gonna finish strong.
Go!
Now, those predictions are based purely on analysis of behavior, my friend. Well, Yoshi's still in last, but at least he got 10 coins. Wario's in third with a decent amount of coins, but it's still really anybody's game at this point. You also have to turn the stick to aim in the direction you want to go. Yoshi triggers his 3rd Chance Time event of the game. If there was a star for Chance Time spaces, Yoshi would significantly have taken it already. Once again, he focuses on getting players involved. Mario this time. And Wario. And forces Mario to give Wario 10 coins. This shuffles the ranking slightly. And Yoshi's turn ends once more. Wario is willing to pay the 10 coins, especially because he just got them for free. But then heads upwards because that's where the star is. The side effect of doing this is that he's going to completely miss it. Oh well. Another 4-player minigame rounds out the turn. It's time for a match of bombs away. Don't fall off the island, don't get blown up, preferably avoid doing either. Get ready. Go. Bomb 1. Yoshi's already stun-locked. And evidently, all 4 of them are kind of crowding each other a bit. At the rate they're going, they're all bouncing on each other's heads more than they are on the platform. Wario's down. With 8 seconds left, it's going to be a close match for anybody to survive this. Mario's out, and now
Finish!
Yoshi and DK are the last ones standing. Miraculously, they just held still for the last few seconds, and nothing really happened. The side effect of doing this is that Yoshi goes back into third and bumps Mario back into fourth. By 3 coins, but still. Donkey Kong collects 10 coins for passing go, but loses 3 for landing on red. Now it's Mario's turn for chance time, and possibly a shot at vengeance. Like Yoshi, he focuses on player 1 in the block first, picking out Wario, and then Donkey Kong, and forcing DK to give Wario 30 coins, which puts Wario in a pretty good position once again for that coin star. Wario has repeatedly been the beneficiary of chance times, just gotta say. Yoshi now has his chance at a first player minigame. Slot machine, unfortunately, is one of the worst ones you can get, so good luck, Yoshi. You're gonna need it. That was an interesting animation transition. Okay, what is going on in my chat right now? And Yoshi fails.
Man.
Most characters playing this minigame do. It's not an easy one. The side effect is that his turn ends without event. Oh my gosh. What have you done? Some secrets are never need to be revealed. Why must you do this to us? Time for another round of bashing cash. Not the best position to be in if you're, well, DK in this case. This will be a second round of DK getting hit in the head. Or was it Wario last time? Either way, not somewhere you want to be. Five coins lost by DK so far, but only 5. He could do a lot worse. Make that 10. Still, he's doing okay. Well, I had to open my mouth.
Finish.
Not a great spot for DK to be in. That's a subtraction of 15 coins from his total, and 5 plus 5, I think, for everybody else. DK is now almost broke, but Wario has 93 coins. Donkey Kong will have no choice but to go in the direction that the course he has to go that way. Clearly, I'm not doing so great at words. Nothing happened this time. Now Yoshi lands on Bowser because while he's causing chaos, why not do it twice? However, he may just not get anything out of it this time. Or he may get another round of chance time. The question is, who will lose out this time? Yoshi is, Yoshi's very fond of chance time. He doesn't really care who's in it, as long as he gets to do it. Mario loses 10 coins. The amusing side effect of doing this is that Mario can no longer steal DK's star, which puts DK in a more secure position. Whether Yoshi did this intentionally or not, it's kind of hard to guess. But the side effect is that it'll be him versus everybody else playing Coin Shower Flower, a great opportunity for him to get the most coins. If Yoshi plays his cards properly, he could clean up for this minigame. You may observe Yoshi's collecting the majority of what drops onto this flower. That's because this minigame is heavily weighted in favor of the 1 in the 1 versus 3 dynamic. Most of the minigames of this nature are kind of weighted on the N64.
Finish.
Yoshi cleans up nicely. Very nicely. And at the end, rolls out with 31 coins. This now puts him in a position to challenge Wario for coins, if not necessarily tie up. And now we get our prediction as to who is actually going to win. With 5 turns left in the match, folks, well, we got DK in first, Wario in second, Yoshi in third, and Mario bringing up the last place position. The prediction is that Donkey Kong will win. There's no prize for that, it's just his opinion. Brace yourselves, folks. It's about to get a whole lot wackier. With every space now worth 6 coins, we find ourselves in an interesting position. Mario seems more interested in hijacking the coin count that Wario's taking. An interesting decision, but a feasible one. The side effect of doing so is that now Wario's in third and Yoshi is in second. Yoshi, for his part, well, continues to roll just like we've always expected him to. Which is to say, not very well. Wario gains 20 coins, breaking the 100 coin barrier. And paying out 10 coins to bypass once more. If he rolls well on his next turn, he could take home a star, which would put him in a pretty strong position for a win. But first, a round of facelift. It's an interesting fashion decision, Nora. How do you guys think I would look with that kind of smile? Okay, maybe not this kind of smile.
Start.
I'm not even sure what to say to this. I mean, it's like watching a bunch of artists. Not good ones, but definitely artists. You know. It's one of those mini games that deserves to be replicated.
Finish.
And the winner is... Mario. That's a terrifying prospect. The results are going to be close, folks. 4 turns remaining. DK rolls a 3. Nothing too exciting. Mario rolls a 7. That is more exciting. Yoshi has a chance to roll high, and he takes it. This puts him at 114 coins, then 120, putting him at the current highest coin record holder. And then Wario finally takes home a star. Where will this put the next one? We have no idea. And with 4 turns remaining, it may not matter. But Wario's gambit puts him in first place, and DK back in second. With the star on the opposite path, it's anyone's game. But the question is, can anyone roll high enough to actually get to it? Wario, for his part, will continue to do what Wario normally does in this situation. Run for his life. It's balloon burst time, folks. We've had 1 win from Mario and 1 win from Wario. Will either of them bring out the W for their finale, or will it be somebody else entirely? 4 years old, huh? I have an honorable nephew. Not honorable nephew. What's the word? Honorary. I have an honorary niece. I think she's like 2 now, and it's wild because it feels like they grow up fast, like really fast. And DK takes the W. Yeah, I do wish him a happy birthday though. Well, folks, last 3 turns. DK is just taking it slow. Can anyone claim the next star? Mario's willing to pay for the stage hazard, which puts him just behind Yoshi coin count-wise. Yoshi rolls a solid 8. It may be enough to get him the star if he really did well, but I didn't memorize the path exactly, so I'm not sure. Yoshi's willing to pay. Somehow, he's in 4th place with 100 coins. But not anymore. Yoshi's gambit pays off, and he collects the 2nd star, putting him in 2nd place, right behind Wario. This means that the next star... Well, I just don't think anybody's gonna get that. Unfortunately, Yoshi follows it up with a Bowser roll, which could do any number of things. Or it could just give Yoshi an opportunity to hose everyone else over if he plays his game correctly. The losers will lose 40 coins. This will decimate anyone who doesn't win. The question is, can Yoshi pull out the W or not? You say single for life like it's a bad thing. Well, Yoshi does not seem to be interested in winning. He's not.
Finish!
This most likely means that Yoshi will not be taking home that coin minigame after all. So much for a last-moment safety gambit. Wario gains 20 coins from Pass and Go, then 6 more. And now Yoshi has to fight for his life in the crane game. If Yoshi sinks a character, he'll steal 1/3 of their coins. If he drops them, it's game over. I love Yoshi to death, but I'm fairly sure he's gonna choke. Strike that, reverse it.
Finish!
Wario loses 36 coins, and Yoshi picks them up. This drastically alters the positions, putting Yoshi from 3rd back to 1st. Mario now possesses the most coins, but Yoshi does have a fairly decent shot at stealing a star on his next turn. Mario can also do the same, however, if he rolls high enough. Question is, will either of them shoot for it? Well, Yoshi's decided to put it off. And thus the turn passes with almost no event, thanks to the fact that nobody rolled above, well, boredom. Keep in mind, folks, only player positions 1 and 2 will make it into the finale. Luigi and Peach are already up, so these last 2 positions make all the difference. But first, Crazy Cutters. Can you draw a Goomba? I can't. but I guess I could sort of chop wood out of concrete. Cookie cakes? That sounds pretty good. You know, I'm not saying any of these characters are really good with a jackhammer, but I feel like Yoshi is, like, at least acceptable. Everyone else is just kind of doing their own thing.
Finish.
Looks like DK is the only winner, though. So, that just goes to show I don't always know. Congrats to DK on his scoring 10 coins. This does not change the positions in any way. And now we proceed to the final turn. If any characters plan on making big plays, they'd better do it now. Yoshi has an opportunity to steal a star. He's gonna take it. He wants Wario's star. This puts Yoshi in a fairly decent position going into the final turn. Interestingly, he decides to opt for chance time. This may make all the difference. If Yoshi mistimes this for once, well, he may end up losing the game for himself. Donkey Kong is involved. So is Wario. And Wario must receive... Ooh, sorry. And now DK gives another 30 coins over to Wario. The side effect is that Wario's in a great position coin-wise, despite not having as many stars. Yoshi decided that since nobody else was going to make big plays, he would make all of them, and make them he did. Just goes to show you folks, Yoshi's more of an agent of chaos than anything else. And as we proceed into the last 4-player minigame, well, it really is anyone's game. Brace yourselves, folks, because we may have some big changes coming up soon. This is always an interesting minigame. Partially because it feels like there's an obligation for somebody to get burned at least once. I think Yoshi's gonna go down personally, but that's just me. I've never seen this minigame where everybody actually made it through. I'm gonna laugh if this ends up being the first time. Keep in mind, it is the final minigame, so it could happen. It won't, but it could.
Finish.
I take it back. It will, and it did. 'Cause why not? 10 coins for everybody involved. And now it's time for the winner. It's gonna be close, folks. Yoshi comes in first for the initial star count, but that doesn't necessarily mean he actually takes it home. Bonus stars. The first one is for minigames, and it goes to Yoshi. For the record, if this was a regular Mario Party, it would go to Yoshi because I'm playing as him. The coin star, however, goes to Mario. And the happening star goes to Wario. And now the rankings come in, folks. The winner is Yoshi. By a long shot. I guess after playing the nice guys version of Mario Party in the last AI tournament, Yoshi decided that this time, he'd go out of his way to hose everyone. A strange strategy, a random one even, perhaps. But it took the W home for him. And you gotta give him props. He must have known something we didn't. In the process, Yoshi claims a giant golden banana, which is cool. DK, meanwhile, finishes dead last for the second match in a row, thereby ensuring that he absolutely will not be competing further. And so, folks, in what's almost an amusing turn of events, the first real-time qualifier will feature Yoshi, Mario, Luigi, and Peach, with Peach and Yoshi as the favorites coming in first place in the respective matches. And that's how it's done. Well, folks, just like last time, we ran one match, and I think that's probably where we'll cut off here too. Remember, next time, we're going to have a whole scoring system in place. The winners could get some prizes, so tune in on Tuesday, and we'll see what kind of W's we get. Best of luck to all the AIs involved, and of course, to everybody who's playing. Thank you so much for playing the game. You take care out there, everybody. It was good to have you. I hope you had fun, and I hope you stay safe. I'll catch up with you next time, just like always. In the interim, drop me a line, tell me what you think, and stay safe out there, okay? It was good having you. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Ciao for now.